My cousin begged to borrow my dress for prom, and when I said no, she cut it up and wore the pieces anyway. I found out about Jenna's plan the night before her prom when my aunt called, practically begging. Jenna had apparently been planning to ask me for weeks about borrowing my dress. It was this gorgeous navy blue floor-length thing I'd bought for my own prom 2 months earlier. I'd saved up for 6 months working at the movie theater to afford it, and honestly, it was the most beautiful thing I'd ever owned. The problem was, Jenna had a history of ruining stuff. She'd borrowed my curling iron freshman year and returned it broken. She took my favorite sweater and got makeup stains all over it. When she asked to borrow my laptop for a project, she downloaded so much junk that it got completely infected with viruses. So when my aunt called asking if Jenna could borrow the dress, I said no. I tried to be nice about it, explaining that I wanted to keep it for future events. But my aunt got really pushy, saying Jenna's family couldn't afford a new dress and that I was being selfish. I felt bad, but I stood my ground. The dress meant too much to me, and I knew Jenna's track record. That should have been the end of it. But Friday night, the night before her prom, I got a text from Jenna. She asked if she could come over to borrow some earrings. I said sure, thinking she'd found another dress somewhere. When she showed up, I was in the shower, so my mom let her in. She went straight to my room to wait for me. When I came out of the bathroom, Jenna was gone. I didn't think much of it until I opened my closet to pick out clothes for Saturday. My dress wasn't there. The beautiful navy dress that had been hanging right in front was completely gone. I tore through my entire closet, checked the laundry room, even looked under my bed. Nothing. I called Jenna immediately. She didn't answer. I called 5 more times. Still nothing. Then I called my aunt, and she claimed Jenna was already at her friend Rachel's house getting ready and couldn't come to the phone. When I explained that my dress was missing, my aunt got defensive and said I must have misplaced it. Saturday night, my phone started blowing up with pictures from prom, and there was Jenna, wearing pieces of my dress. She'd cut the skirt part off and was wearing it as a separate skirt with some random white crop top. Then she'd taken the bodice and somehow turned it into a weird halter top that she was wearing over a different skirt. It looked absolutely ridiculous, but she was posing like she'd created some amazing fashion statement. I started shaking. She'd literally destroyed my dress and was acting like she'd done something creative. The worst part was seeing all the comments from people saying how unique and artistic her outfit looked. They had no idea she'd ruined someone else's property to make her weird prom outfit. I screenshot everything and showed my parents. Dad was furious. He drove me straight to my aunt's house Sunday morning. When we confronted Jenna, she had the audacity to act like she'd done me a favor. She said the dress was too long for her anyway, so she'd fixed it. She claimed since I wasn't using it that night, she thought I wouldn't mind. My aunt backed her up, saying Jenna had shown creativity and that I should be flattered she liked my dress so much. When my dad demanded Jenna pay for a replacement, my aunt said that was impossible because they'd already spent everything on prom photos and dinner. But then something unexpected happened. Jenna's prom photos started making the rounds on social media, and not in a good way. Someone had posted them in a Facebook group making fun of prom fashion disasters. The comments were brutal. People were calling her outfit the craft store explosion and the DIY disaster. Someone even made a meme out of her posing with the caption, "When you order prom dress on wish.com." By Monday, the whole school had seen it. Jenna came crying to me, begging me to help her get the post taken down. She said people were laughing at her in the hallways and that her prom night was completely ruined by the online mockery. I looked at her and said the same thing she'd said to me. "I thought you'd be flattered that people noticed your outfit so much." She started crying harder, but I wasn't done. "Maybe next time you'll think about asking permission before destroying other people's things." She never apologized for taking my dress, but she also never asked to borrow anything from me again.